Hello there everyone and welcome to Bold Floral Drape Stamp Set Layering Guide video. So this is the stamp set. We have a large image and then we also have some floral elements that fit within. On the back you do have the layering guide as well to refer to. So to start with, I'm going to be stamping the large element. You can use a stamping platform for this if you wish, but if you don't have one of those and you don't have a stamp block large enough, you can also just leave it onto the carrier sheet and then ink it on there. So for this one, I'm going to be using the Azurite ink. So I'm just going to ink that all up and then I'm going to stamp that down into place onto a piece of white cardstock. Now, because this is such a large image, you're going to want to make sure that you do have all of the bits pressed down before you remove the stamp and so you can see the image. Next up, I'm going to start stamping the flowers within, so you can refer to the layering guide. Now I'm starting with the larger one, and all I'm doing is I'm just making sure that I line up that little center portion, so the flower center, and then the flower fits around that. So for this one, I'm going to use the beautiful iceberg ink. So again, I'm just going to stamp all of these larger flowers, just lining up that inside piece because the outside piece doesn't line up properly. You are going to have bits of white around the outside to give you a really fun look to your background. So there are a couple of these flowers, so you're just going to want to keep inking and stamping them into place. So once I have finished with the larger flower, I'm then going to move on to the little flower cluster. So there's two flowers on this one. And for this one, I'm going to be using the Eastern Sky ink, one of my favorite blues. So again, all you're going to do is you're going to line up the inside pieces of the flowers. So we're not looking to line up the outside, rather the inside. So I'm just going to keep going with this, and I am referring to my layering guide to make sure where the flowers are going. Once I have an idea where they're going to go, I'm just going to stamp them into place just by lining up that little flower center that we have there. So once I have finished with this flower cluster, I'm then going to move on to the medium flower. And for this one, I am going to be using the ultramarine ink for this one. Again, as before, I'm lining up that center piece of the flower, the little flower center, with the little negative piece that we have in the stamp, because the outline won't go around the whole piece there. So you are just lining up that little center piece that we have. So once I've finished with all the flowers, I'm then going to use the little bud image. So again, this is the ultramarine ink, and I've just stamped that into place. Then I'm going to move on to the little stems that we have, and for this one I'm going to use the Shadow Creek. So we have two tiny stems that just fit within the image into the white negative space there. And here is the stamping complete. We really do hope this video has helped you, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.